Alright, back out in the garage. Still having some trouble with the Remington 60 BTU multi-fuel heater thing. I think I fixed it because I took my 11% rebates from Maynard's and got me a Dynaglow Deluxe 80,000 BTU thing. Anyhow, it's a little loud. This isn't what there'll be more video. I'm going to fix that one so we can get a whole bunch of heat going lots, but that's not what we're working on. So we're going to shut that off because it's loud. Oof. And it works really good. Anyhow, the old air compressor locked up on me again. The old Craftsman. Had it about 30 years, 25 years, I don't know. Anyhow, I got to get this cover off so I can get in there, and we're going to depart. It was an online auction that ended last night. It had a Sanborn brand 30-gallon tank. That's a 20. I've been rearranging out here. Would have been a much better upgrade. Last night, 2 nights ago. That's 2 nights ago. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Basically what happened was I was watching the auction for the air compressor. Heater said nope. I was out here messing around with it. Next thing I know, missed the end of the auction. 30-gallon Sanborn, 155 PSI. Way more capacity than this thing. 110 bucks. Anyhow, yeah. Cheers, beers. Missed out on it, so that just means I got to figure out how to fix this one. Gotta get me one of them Turks. See if I can get in the thing there. See, I'm doing all this and I can't get the, I don't know if I got the wrong side. Oh wait, oh no, we're in there. It's in the hole. Stay in the hole. Coming out of the hole and trying to cram it back in quick is a bad deal for everybody involved. See, and we just did it. Anyhow, I got to get over here on this side, so I'm gonna work on getting these covers off, and then we'll get in there and we'll see what we got. I'll be back. All right, I got the plastic off, and I got the Shuffle King Boogie. Hold on. So, that's a buddy of mine from college. He's got a blues show Saturday night, 7 to 9. WFYI.org in Indy. So here is the fan off there. We got it off there, and you can see there's like layers. I wonder if I carefully peel those off, I can count how many different tractors I've painted. Anyhow, so I got the fan off, cooling fan, which gets us in. Connecting rod, lower rod bearing. You can kind of see the cylinder there, but I gotta get, well, it ain't 3/4. I think it's 10/16, which is 5/8 for those of you that can't do math. Oh, come on, there's 9. One more 16th. Come on now. 5/8. I got a 5/8 and 11/16. I got a 10 and 11/16. And their line wrenches even. If it doesn't work. Pay attention to me. Are you paying attention? I don't think you are. We're more worried about the fat man behind the curtain. It's a Wizard of Oz reference there. Alright, so we get thing to come loose. No, not all the way. Still gotta keep the wrench. Keep the wrench. So, gotta get this thing going. Because I got projects backing up. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Get. Oh, you son of a gun. Yep. See, I'm thinking I'm using the wrong one. Yeah. I'm using a 11/16. I need to be using a 10/16. Anyhow, that's a horrible filming. As you know, it's a handheld camera and stuff. Deep down, I really don't care. I'm not one of those guys that do YouTube for making a living and stuff. Alright, so that's loose. So I get this off. Yep, see, that's out of there. I get this off. Once I get this off, and pull the cylinder out. Once I get the cylinder out, then we can somehow get the rod and piston out of there and stuff. Man, what a mess. But there's definitely something in that piston. So I think I honestly think the piston ring on that thing is junk, is what I think. I don't know. We're gonna get it apart, like $30 on the big long river store website. I can get new sleeve piston rod, just redo her. So we'll get her apart and see what we got. I'll be back. All right, so been messing with it. Got the piston out. Motor's locked up. Don't know. I don't know. Motor's locked up. There, you just drop screws on the floor. That's fine. Whatever. I'm gonna try to figure out how to disconnect the motor. We'll get the motor off. I don't know. Might be looking at new air compressor. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. There's 2 screws on there. There's 2 bolts, whatever, on the other side that hold the motor to the air compressor frame. We'll get that off. I'm struggling with electrical connections that goes up into there. We may not mess with that. We may just try to disconnect this short pigtail over there at the bottom of the pressure regulator, and then we get the motor off, and then go from there. Yeah, I still think I'm probably gonna get a piston and cylinder set, because that piston ring is like jacked up. And it'll really cost, you know what, if I can get a motor for a couple $100, piston ring, rebuild the top end of the compressor for, you know, $20-$30. As long as I'm less than, you know, 400, I'm good, because 400 will buy me a new compressor. 4 or 5, I don't know, $400 or $500 to buy a new compressor, similar to what I got. Really wish I'd have been on top of things last night and got that one at the auction for 100 and, you know, whatever. But anyhow, that's where we're at. I'll be back. Probably just gonna call this one a video until I figure out what I'm gonna do about that motor. Anyway, see ya. All right, back in the garage. Just shut that thing off. Something's missing. It's over here. So tonight I was out here in the garage messing around, working on the old Craftsman air compressor, and dug into the why she don't go round and round no more. And I figured it out. So get this. Oh, it's heavy. Why'd I put all the way over there? Oh, no one I was gonna do this. All right, well, let's just step over the mess. I'll just stand up here. There we go. So here's the motor pump mounts up here. Here's the shaft where all the piston for the compressor and stuff bolts to. And I don't know if that's going to show up on the video or not, but I got one ball bearing, one ball for the bearing there. There's a big gap, little big gap, a whole bunch of balls all packed up. This bearing has completely left the chat. So much bearing sadness. I've done some looking online. I don't know what we're gonna do. I think after I'm done filming this one, I can two-hand this thing up because I got a bunch of crap in the way. I got that heater. I may actually have that. Well, I have that heater fixed because I got a new heater, but I may actually have this heater working again. I changed a whole bunch of other stuff out on it. Anyhow, I think it was just a bad air line between the air pump and the nozzle. But anyway, I want to get that motor in my truck. With any luck, tomorrow at work, I can get it to our motor shop. Maybe he'll have better luck getting it apart than I tried knocking this aluminum end housing off, and the bearing is, I think it got hot enough that the bearing is seized to the shaft. I don't know. I'll get it to a professional. We'll see what happens. It's not looking too good for the old Craftsman air compressor though. But there is an auction, online auction that down by the farm, ends tomorrow night, less than 24 hours from now. That's got a 30 gallon. This is a 30 gallon sea air, higher pressure, faster, I don't know, bigger, better than this. That's so far current bidding is less than half what it would cost to replace this. So worst case scenario, we just put some fittings on this thing and it's just a pig tank for a bigger compressor, and then we got, 50 gallons of compressed air. Anyway, that's what's happening with the old air compressor. Alright, back out here in the garage on the old air compressor. So I think last night maybe I showed getting the end housing that holds the actual compressor cylinder and everything. I got that off. I have since removed the roundy round out of the stay-in placer, and I have gotten, now hot stuff is going to go. Anyhow, I got that off of that. I do have the outer race as well. There are numbers on that. We'll see if we can match that up. Process of getting this apart, I did scar up the shaft a little bit. I cleaned it up with a big file. I've got a small, you can't see any of that, can you? Put it up here. I've got a small needle file. I'm going to try and clean that up a little bit more. I was clamping on here on the main body of the roundy round. I see the shiny spots. I did clean that up a little bit with the big file. We'll probably go over with this a little bit, clean that up a little bit more. The back bearing actually feels really good. But it was, totally encased inside the electric motor, whereas the front one was out in that thing exposed to all kind of crap. So I think I'll get the numbers off that outer race. We'll go to that South American River store, or the electronic bay. Anyway, we'll see if we can get a bearing. Might even go to my local NAPA, see what they can do. Looking online, the prices are all about the same. But we'll clean this up a little bit more, round off all the stuff I unrounded, and then we'll get her back together. Hopefully remember how it all goes back together. That's a lot of wires that all connect up onto this thing and stuff, and this goes through there and stuff. So, anyhow, that's where we're at on the old air compressor. I'll be back. All right, back out in the garage. Shut that off. Don't need that noisy thing. The Craftsman air compressor project. Kind of forget where I quit on my last video, but we got that apart. Got it all apart. Got the bearing off of it. I was able to get numbers off the bearing. Went to my local Napa store yesterday morning and ta-da-da! Brand new sealed bearing. Seems to be the right size. So let me see where I can get this thing. I'm gonna try you on this. Well, sorta. I don't have the base to clamp you on, but come on. I'll quit. You can't see anything there, can you? Ah, boy. Let me crank you up a little bit there. What am I pointing at? What am I looking at? Huh. Vice. Anywho, so earlier today I put the yeah, that thing. The roundy round bit, I put that in the freezer. Going this way. What do, get the new bearing, and hopefully get that on there fairly easily. Tap tap. Can't see what's on. Wearing 2 pairs of glasses because I had laser surgery on my left eye for glaucoma yesterday, and my eyeballs hurt today. Look at that. She's going down on there. Wish I would have planned ahead and had a socket ready. But wait, I got. See how that one fits. Ah, beauty. And just like that. Oh boy, yeah. That's pretty. Yeah, just like that. Okay, we're seeing seat this. She's seated all the way down on there. Spins nice. Yeah. And that right there can go back in there. Something like that. This can go back on. Get all the wires hooked back up. Get this little clutch brake thing put back on. And we'll be ready to put the front cover back on the motor wherever that went. I don't know. I did get on the Big River store, online store, a little bit ago, and I did order a new piston and cylinder kit for the pump part of it. So anyway, making progress. I'll be back. No, stop button.